Hi Pisces, welcome to your love reading for August 2018. This is Elizabeth from channelguidance.com. Okay, so I've already shuffled the decks. I did want to show you what is at the bottom of each deck. At the bottom of this deck, you have Justice. And I'm showing this to you because, Justice does sometimes represent an apology. This could be someone that's trying to make things up to you, or maybe they did not treat you very well. Now, let's see what's at the bottom of this deck. At the bottom of this deck, you have the Moon. So the Moon, to me, this card always represents, things are not what they seem. With the Moon, there's hidden information that will soon come to light. Things are very different. This is, the illusion. So for some of you, you may feel like, your partner doesn't love you anymore, or this can even be, an ex. It's possible that, looks are deceiving with the Moon. You only know half the story. And I see here possibly an apology or someone trying to make things up to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with this deck here and get 9 cards for you. This is a love reading for the sign of Pisces for August 2018. You have the shadow side, which would be the double. Love reading for the sign of Pisces. You have Temperance. Love reading for the sign of Pisces. The Fool. Love reading for the sign of Pisces. 9 of Pentacles. 3 of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Pisces. 4 of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Pisces. The Chariot. The 7 of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Pisces. 6 of Swords. Okay, what's the most important message that Pisces needs to hear from this deck as far as their love life for August 2018? Wow. The 5 of Swords. So the 5 of Swords, this can represent sabotage. You have a lot of struggling energy in this reading. We'll come back to this to see how it ties in with the rest of the reading, but the 5 of Swords can be perhaps, you have to be careful when making decisions. There could be a decision that you could be making about your love life where you could regret it. Remember, at the bottom of the deck, you had Justice and the Moon. Kind of saying that looks are deceiving. So some of you could be deciding, to move away from a partner because you think they don't love you, and they do, and that's, you end up regretting it. We'll come back to this to see how it ties in. Let's look at the top row. So the top row looks interesting because, as you can see here, it's all major arcana. The shadow side, Temperance, and the Fool. So there's a lot of significant energy around your love life for August. It just seems like something wants to happen, like something wants to shift for you. I see here with the shadow side, again, this is a double. There's something really challenging around your love life. And for some of you, yes, this can be what I'm seeing here with the main energy, some type of sabotage. This can be, that someone is lying. Someone could be deceiving you. I think you have, yeah, you have the 7 of Swords down here. I feel like, if someone is lying or betraying you, I feel like you already know that. That could be why you're watching the reading. This is some type of sabotage. But it can also be that your partner is just, really kind of making things difficult right now. They may not be listening to you. There could be, you feel like they could be ruining the relationship. Again, the shadow side, the double, this can be an unhealthy relationship. But there's a but. You have Temperance telling you, like, don't panic. Don't panic. This is saying that things will improve. This is a message of patience. Keep things in balance, because you do have the Fool on the other side. And this is a new beginning. There will be a new beginning in your relationship, but you will have to trust. With the Fool, I guess it's a message of a new beginning, but it's the louder message is you will just have to have faith, and you'll have to trust that your partner will change, or they will come around, or things will work out the way that you want them to. Because I feel like you're seeing something like really difficult. Seeing again the 5 of Swords and the double. There's something that's like really challenging your relationship, whether it's your partner, something they're doing or something they're not doing. It just kind of seems like there's something like really challenging there. Now in the next row, you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Four of Cups. I see here, you know, that you're very unhappy. At least I see that over there with the two cards. This is a very different message. It's almost like you're emerging like a different person because someone has maybe let you down, because someone broke your heart, or because someone broke up with you. This is a message of strength. This is a very strong, independent energy. Like, you know, I don't need anybody. They left. So what? I'll just, you know, I'll focus on me. And this is a message to focus on you. Like, you've got to be a stronger person, because I feel like some of you, you're really hurting because of someone's behavior. The Three of Swords is a breakup or divorce, and the Four of Cups just means that you're feeling really down and really, you know, like you're feeling really emotional and just really disappointed in the way something turned out. Again, possibly because someone made the wrong decision, or your significant other is sabotaging things. You're being told to focus on you. Like, you need to emerge a stronger person in all of this. There is something else shifting with your partner. That's why you have Temperance saying, be patient. This is temporary. And the Fool, you know, there will be a new beginning, but there will be a new beginning because you trust and you have faith. Now down here, I mean, there's that same message. You have the Chariot, a major arcana, and then you have the Seven of Swords with the Six of Swords. So there is something here, you know, again, I don't always say the Seven of Swords has to do with deceit, but you not only have the Seven of Swords, you have the Three of Swords, you have the Devil, and the Five of Swords. A combination of that, I mean, I feel like there has been, maybe not for everyone, but I feel like you have been betrayed in some way. It doesn't have to be cheating. It could be, you know, maybe they lied about their circumstances. Maybe someone was married or already involved. There is some type of deceit going on here. But I mean, you're moving away from that. You have the Chariot. The Chariot does represent movement and victory, and then on the other side you have the Six of Swords, which also means movement. So I feel like many of you, like, you're moving away from the disappointment, from the lies, because I mean, that energy up there is telling me that Pisces is really, like, you're really suffering, like, you're really emotional. There's maybe something really unhealthy that's going on in your relationship, in your love life. But I feel like, you know, again, if someone has been lying, or they lied in the past, really broke your heart, you're getting past this. Your relationship is still moving forward with the Chariot. This is the ultimate card of movement. But you also have another movement card over here. The Six of Swords means that you're leaving all those unhealthy things, all those unhealthy people. You're moving away from that. And I feel like some of you could be moving away from it because maybe you're forgiving your partner, you're choosing to forgive. But for some of you, where maybe you don't want to forgive, I feel like for some of you, you could be choosing to move on from your partner because you feel like, you know, like this is all like too much. But I feel like those of you that are making that decision, like, you already know that when you're watching this video. Maybe you're just looking for confirmation. Be careful, you know, with the Five of Swords. You don't want to make a decision that you'll regret. And again, it's a general reading, so you have to use your intuition. You could make a wrong decision in letting somebody go, but for some of you, you could be making a wrong decision and staying with someone. Again, you'll have to use your intuition since it's a general reading. Let's get a few more cards just to see what the rest of the message is. What other messages are there for the sign of Pisces for August? You have the Knight of Cups. What other message is there for the sign of Pisces for August? The Ace of Wands. What other message is there for the sign of Pisces? The Moon. So, the Moon. This was one of those cards that you had at the bottom of the deck. I think it was from the other deck, from the confirmation deck. But here it is again. Things are not what they seem. With the Moon, you only know half the truth, half the story. Looks are deceiving. You know, I see your relationship moving forward. You have the Knight of Cups up there. The Knight of Cups is movement in your relationship, positive movement. And, you know, I showed you down here the bottom row, you had the Chariot, the ultimate card of movement, and also the Six of Swords. Now you have the Knight of Cups. Your relationship is growing, it's moving forward. And then you have a new beginning here. This is not just a new beginning, but a clean slate. This is especially positive for those where you have been here. Your heart has been broken, or you've been dealing with a really unhealthy relationship or situation. The Ace of Wands means you can pretty much erase all of that. All is forgiven and all is forgotten. Again, things are not what they seem. But also no, we just added to the story here with the Seven of Swords. There is a strong energy of deceit here. And it does not, you know, now that I said that, it does not have to be that your partner is lying to you. Not that kind of deceit. It can even be refusing to acknowledge that there's a problem. Self-deceit. It can be so many different things. I just, you know, strong energy of deceit. A Moon and the Seven of Swords. But I do see a new beginning for you. Again, forgiving and just forgetting everything that's challenged you, that's hurt you. The Knight of Cups is saying that, you know, there will be movement. For some of you, this can even be a proposal of some kind. Okay, so let's get a few more cards from the confirmation deck and see what message there is for you. What other messages are there for the sign of Pisces for August? Wow. I mean, just wow. The Five of Swords. Remember that you already have that card right here. Okay, what other message is there for the sign of Pisces for August? The Six of Swords, another wow, because that card is also right here. Okay. What other message is there for the sign of Pisces for August? Strength. This one you don't have. Okay, what's the most important message that Pisces needs to hear from this deck about their love life for August? The Nine of Pentacles, which I'm pretty sure you do have. Yeah, it's right here. So you had 3 cards repeat themselves. Strong energy. Let me just start here because, I mean, right here. I feel like, you know, you've got to do what's best for you. I mean, the Nine of Pentacles, this is, you know, a card of strength. And again, making decisions that you can live with, which is really important because there could be a decision you could regret. Let me just put them here so they're together. You know, I feel like, I mean, you start with the Devil. There's something unhealthy. And, you know, Pisces is, you know, you're a water sign. Pisces is a very kind of, you know, loving, trusting energy, very much, you know, you live from the heart. And I feel like, you know, you've got to do what's best for you. For some of you, if you're dealing with someone that, you know, does not treat you well, where there is something just downright ugly, unhealthy, don't lie to yourself. Maybe that's why the Moon and the Seven of Swords are here. You don't want to make a decision that you could regret. Sabotage. I mean, the Nine of Pentacles 2 times. You've got to make a decision, you know, in your love life, whether you're taking somebody back or, you know, you're deciding to stay with somebody. It has to be a decision that you can live with, where you feel like, you know, I did what was best for me, and I feel stronger because of it. Okay, so let's look at these 3 cards. So again, the Five of Swords, you know, again, possibly a decision that could be working against you, or a partner that could be sabotaging things. But there is an opportunity here to get away from it. The Six of Swords. And emerging a stronger person. Where's the other one? Here it is. Emerging a stronger person. So, actually, this was the one that was here, but I mean, it's the same message. Strength. I mean, like I said, this card is about strength. This is about spiritual strength. It's almost like something is really challenging your relationship here with the Five of Swords. I mean, that's obvious. It's a repeat card. You have a chance to get away from that, to move on to something much healthier. But you will have to really hang in there with the Strength card. Be brave. Have courage. Don't get angry. This is about your taming your inner beast, not allowing yourself maybe to give in to fear, despair, not feeling like, you know, everything was, you know, you did everything for nothing. Like, try to watch your ego here. Because, you know, I feel like although something has been really challenging with the Five of Swords, you're getting away from that. If you're really, you know, if you're trying hard, if you're really trying to hang in there. The Nine of Pentacles 2 times. I feel like you're emerging a much stronger person. Let's go ahead and focus now on exes. I'm going to use this deck here and focus just on those that are hoping to reconnect with an ex. Show me the energy around Pisces and their ex. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. Okay, so let me go ahead and get these out of the way. I'm going to keep them here in case something repeats itself with the other deck and see how these messages compare. And again, we're going to focus just on exes, whether you're still in touch with them or not. This will apply to you. Okay, so here's the deck. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. Nine of Swords. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. Three of Cups. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. The Hangman. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. Page of Cups. Show me the energies around Pisces and their ex. Seven of Swords again. Okay, so that's the only repeat card that you have here. But remember that was a pretty strong message, you know, in the 9-card spread, because you also had the Moon. Here's the Seven of Swords from the 9-card spread. I'll just put it there so we can keep that in mind, because that was the only repeat card. So, you know, what I see here, and again, this is just, you know, for exes, whether you're in touch with them or not. You know, you start with a court card here. This is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Male or female, sun, moon, or rising. The energy of an earth sign. There's a lot of, when it comes to your ex, you know, there's a lot of agonizing there. There is a lot. I mean, just like the 9-card spread, I mean, it's staring at me right in the face here. I mean, you started with the devil, the shadow side. Let's put it there. You started with that, and you know, you have that same kind of energy here. You have the 9 of Swords, you know, which shows me there's a lot of agonizing. There's a lot of worrying when it comes to your ex. But, I mean, the good news is that you do have the 3 of Cups. It's almost like, you know, you're really kind of focusing on what's not going on and, like, what's not happening. And it will happen. You have the 3 of Cups. I mean, this is a card of happiness. You're celebrating something really positive that has happened. But I feel like many of you are focused on the fact that maybe it's not happening. And you fear that it's never going to happen. Maybe that you're never going to get back together. Or maybe that they're never going to be free to love you. The 3 of Cups is saying you will be happy again. This is you being, you know, celebrating the good news. Maybe celebrating that you got back together. Maybe celebrating that, you know, there was, you know, a marriage proposal. You did have the Knight of Cups in the 9-card spread. You have the Hangman. Right now, you know, you may feel totally in limbo when it comes to your love life. You may feel stuck. You may feel stuck because maybe you don't know what's going on with your ex. Maybe you don't know. And you know, the Hangman's all about perspective. This is about looking at things in a different way. And again, I feel like right now you could be looking at it in a very harsh way with the 9 of Swords. You could be convinced that they're never coming back. You could be convinced that they don't love you. Maybe they never did. There's some type of communication here. I mean, the Page of Cups, the pages all represent communication, but this page, this could be a love letter. This could be a declaration of love. This can even be, you know, somebody just coming out and telling you, like, this is how I feel. Speaking from the heart. And, you know, of course you have the 7 of Swords, the elephant in the room here. The 7 of Swords 2 times. It's repeated itself. The 7 of Swords is saying, I'm trying to kind of see kind of the energy of, you know, of this reading and the 6 cards here. I mean, it is important that it was also in the general reading. Well, I'm sorry, in the 9-card spread, but you know, I see communication with your ex here. Possibly you finding out that they still care, and I feel like, you know, you are worried that they don't care. Maybe you've been agonizing over the breakup, but you know, I feel like something changes. I feel like something changes because, you know, I see communication there. It could be, you know, that you receive, you know, a text message or an email, just someone is telling you how they feel. And then, you know, there is immense happiness there with the Three of Cups. You're celebrating. But I also feel that, you know, meanwhile, you're in limbo. You're in limbo here. You feel stuck. Like, you know, things are not changing with my ex. And, you know, with a Nine of Swords, you're convinced. You're convinced that, you know, there are things working against you, maybe, or you're convinced that they're not returning. And now that I said that, it could be, you know, that the Seven of Swords has popped up, asking you to don't be your own worst enemy by driving yourself crazy, imagining all sorts of things that are not true. Because the Nine of Swords is worry without merit. Whatever you're worrying about, it's not even true. You're just, you know, you're driving yourself crazy. Maybe that's why you had the Strength card, saying don't let your ego get the best of you. Don't give in to that. So the Seven of Swords, you know, I feel like it means different things for different people. I mean, it could be that, I mean, I feel like for the majority of you, it's like don't work against yourself. Don't be your own worst enemy by really focusing on the negative. But I felt like there was another message for another group of people. If it's not you being your own worst enemy, I also feel like, you know, it's also like don't lie to yourself. You know, maybe if somebody's coming back to you and, you know, where there was a lot of unhealthy energy, maybe it was an unhealthy relationship. I feel like if your ex returns, or when they return, because I feel like they will, I see the celebration right there. I feel like, you know, don't try to ignore like everything that happened in the past, because I feel like, you know, there was a lot of challenges for you and for your ex. Remember the Five of Swords, I mean, here they are. The Five of Swords came up for you 2 times in the 9-card spread. It was a repeat card. And now the Seven of Swords is here. So I feel like, you know, you don't want to make excuses for your ex. If they want to talk to you, fine, hear them out. I see them talking to you here. But I feel like don't lie to yourself with the Seven of Swords. Like, make sure you know everything. Make sure that they really are speaking from the heart. I feel like you can't be happy again, you know, with the Three of Cups. You're celebrating their return. They're speaking from the heart. But I feel like all of you, well, not all of you, some of you are very worried. And for some of you, just, you know, the Seven of Swords is just telling you, like, don't drive yourself crazy. Like, you know, things are shifting, you know, with your ex. But right now, someone is in a place where they're very, very stuck. Okay, Pisces, this has been your love reading for August 2018. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.